Look what arrived on my porch yesterday. I am so excited. It is my Street Fighter pledges that I've been waiting 3 years to receive. I have 3 of them, 2 World Warrior pledges, and then 1 Street Fighter pledge that is going to be the GGGG for this month of April 2021. Each month, Bob the Beholder picks one of my Patreon supporters to receive a gratitude gift. And for this month of April 2021, the gratitude gift is this Street Fighter pledge, the $140 level, as well as an all-in pledge for the current Kickstarter of Talisman Saber Gloomhaven Terrain. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and click here. If you're interested in getting in on that, go ahead and head on over to my Patreon page. Links in the descriptions below, and you can see the details. But let's go ahead and unbox one of these and show you what's inside. Now, Street Fighter was a Kickstarter back in 2018, and it was supposed to deliver in March of 2019. So this is 2 years late in delivery, and I know a lot of people got upset about it, but I didn't worry too much about it because when I kickstart a game, I sort of pledge and forget. But with this one, I followed it a little bit more than typical because I really am looking forward to the quality that is behind this game. And here are the extra dice. The only buy-ins that I got was a set of extra Shadaloo dice. These are purple. But otherwise, this is the World Warrior pledge. And it looks like the first box that's coming out of here is the base game. And then we have this stretch goals box. Oh, the stretch goals had to fit in 2 boxes. So there's 2 separate boxes for the stretch goals. No, actually 3. Oh, you know what I'm realizing? The reason why there are 3 stretch goal boxes is because rather than one box being a World Warrior pledge, it looks like they stuck all of the stretch goal boxes just in one box. So I do need to open up the other boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to show that on the video, but I'm going to gather together and sort of what is in one World Warrior pledge. All right, so I got it all sorted out, and let me explain to you the different pledge levels that they had. So for $80, you could just get the core box, which I don't know why someone would do that. You only get the 6 heroes that are shown here and the base game. I guess that's an okay deal, but just for $60 more, you're gonna get the Street Fighter pledge, which includes these 2 bad guys, as well as this stretch goals box, which in total, for $140, you are getting 21 different miniatures. So I think that was sort of the sweet spot and the best deal. According to my calculations, for $140, you have each model being about $6.67. So this was by far the best deal, was to get this pledge. Now for the World Warrior pledge, which was $280, an extra $140, so double the cost of this, you are getting these boxes, which adds an additional 16 miniatures. It's not quite as good of a deal because it bumps up the price per miniature to $7.58 per mini, but I did go all in with the World Warrior pledge. I did not buy, though, the extra scenario packs. There's 4 other scenarios that you could have gotten. There were more dice. The only extra dice I bought for $10 was this one. So those overall are the pledges, and this is the World Warrior pledge. So let's go ahead and take a look at how good the individual minis are. And just a reminder, the GGGG is this pledge here. One Patreon supporter is going to get this set. So this is the base box, and ignore all the painting supplies. I've been painting terrain. In fact, I 3D printed out some terrain for this game. And I don't know if I'm going to be using the cardboard terrain or if I'm going to use 3D printed terrain. I made a bunch of these trees for hate, and so maybe I'll use these trees instead. But the quality of the cardboard terrain is pretty good. Let's see if I guessed the size of the crates. Yeah, pretty close to the size. So these crates I got from Gloomhaven and just 3D printed it at 150% bigger. Along with these barrels as well, they came from Gloomhaven files too. I'll provide links in the descriptions below if you want to do that. I'm not going to go through all of the cards that are available for each of the miniatures, but obviously there are 6 decks here. And this is what I wanted to see. So check that out. This is Vega. I like the wash to emphasize the muscles. And these effects, these clear effects look really good, along with a wash that's on the socks and the floor as well. I know that Angry Joe was really picky with how these turned out, and I am really glad because I do think these are really high quality miniatures. And the best thing about this is we don't have to paint them, because I've been painting hundreds of miniatures. So it's great to get a game where you actually don't have to paint, and the quality, the pre-painted quality, is actually really good. So here's Chun-Li. Yeah, the details are really good. This model is about 3.5 inches tall. The base 2.25 inches wide. These are about 85 millimeters tall and about 58 millimeters in diameter. So these are nice and big and chunky. And look at the details with the eyes. I think that's fantastic. Here's Ryu. I think these effects look really cool as he's powering up. Here's Sagat. I do think that they did a great job with the effects. You know, there's so many power-ups, electricity, things like that going on in the video game, that this is a good and accurate representation, I think, of those powers. Here's Zangief. Last but not least, Ken. And I really like how the poses for each of the characters are really different from one another. So they're very dynamic action poses, but there are also a lot of variety between all of them. So this is a really good sign. This is a boss expansion, and I'm curious to see what's in here because it's the same size as the core box for just 2 characters. And so, wow, pretty thick rulebook just for the boss expansion. But you're getting trees. These look like Kingdom Death trees. Like chicken coops. And a stand. And then another, I think, double-sided board that you can play on. Oh man, look. Look at how much wasted space is in this box. Definitely going to have to come up with a storage solution to consolidate a lot of this. Now, I don't need to fit all the miniatures inside of the boxes because I'm going to be displaying them in my display case. So just all I need to do is manage the cards. Oh, these are pretty tight in here. So here is Bison. And he looks cool. That purple going around there is really cool. And here's Akuma. So this is the stretch gold box. Rules for the car bonus stage. And then this is 2 layers. And this is a bonus trophy. That looks pretty cool. I wonder where all the cards are at. Oh, there's another board. Man, you get tons of scenes, fighting boards. Oh, this is awesome. This is a Street Fighter video game console. So here are all of the cards. This is the wrecked car. For the sake of time, I'm not going to pull all of these out, but just show you, just scan through all of them. And I am not disappointed with these models. Oh, that's cool. The lettering here on the side of his pants. Here's Fei Long. I don't remember who she is. Is she just the female version of Bison? Might be. Here's Dalsim. Look at that cool fire coming out of his mouth. And his puffed up cheeks. Blanca looks awesome. His skin probably could have used a wash just to darken up the recesses a little bit, but I love the electricity all around him. We're going to go through each of these 4-player packs really quickly. So this is the Alpha set. And again, I'm not going to go through each of these individually, but just show you a close-up. Those eyes must be decals because they are just so tiny. Hard for me to imagine that they were painted on individually. Third strike. Oh, check out Ibuki. That looks super cool. She's on the roof and that raccoon is with her. Q looks cool too. Here's Street Fighter 4. I actually don't know what these numbers mean. I don't know why there wasn't a 2. Oh, check out Feng Shui. She looks awesome. And like I mentioned, each of the poses are really different from each other. So I really like that. And his spinning kick here, how they did that, I think is a cool option. Here is the last box. 5. Look at how much space Nash takes up. This is a cool set. Rashid looks cool. Akali looks awesome. Oh, as I was pulling out Nash, this piece was actually broken. Not a big deal because it'll be fairly easy for me to just glue it back on, but just a note to be careful because as I noted before, these guys are in those plastic forms, some of them pretty tightly, so just be careful pulling them out. So this is an awesome set of miniatures that's going to be great in my display case as well as on the board. And I love how all of the bases are really distinct and different from each other, how colorful everything is. So I am really happy with this. And I know that Angry Joe is going to be coming out with a Mortal Kombat Kickstarter pretty soon. So I'm going to be going all in on that as well. But this set looks awesome. Now I'm going to be selling my extra World Warrior pledge, and that's listed in my BGG account. Links in the descriptions below if you're interested in that. But this set looks awesome and I'm super happy with it. Please like and subscribe because I am going to be coming out with a video of how I am adapting this set with another rule set, another game, so that it can be soloable as well as co-op. So if you're interested in that, hopefully in the next week or two, I can finish making that adaptation. So you'll see a video soon of that, and I think that's going to be really exciting and fun as well. Again, check out my Patreon page if you want to get in on the possibility of being chosen for this pledge level here. So it's all of these, not these. You will be getting that if you're chosen by Bob the Beholder for the GGGG. If it's past April of 2021, go ahead and go there anyway because each month we have a different gratitude gift. Otherwise, happy gaming and we'll see you next time.